bro. I'll say the temper tantrums.
I know that can be. Oh, you out in public too? Out with your kid?
He be acting up. Have you had to whip him?
I haven't had to whip him.
Oh, because he's not old enough.
I haven't had to whip him. I feel like a good age to start, giving a good whooping.
Behind smacking.
I say about like 5, 6. I say around that age.
I'm not gonna base mine off age. I'm gonna base it off of behavior.
I know.
The moment you acting old enough to really get to, if you cleverly messing up, and you actively know what you're doing, you're not supposed to be, up to whatever you're doing. Yeah, you getting this punishment.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Wholesome House. It's
Trying to be wholesome.
Yeah.
On me. Hey, parenting is wholesome. Hey, we out here trying to just be good fathers one day.
Yeah,
but welcome back to the Wholesome House.
Yeah.
Z Breeze in the building. You heard us talking about soft parenting versus hard parenting. I'm an advocate for hard parenting. Them kids need discipline. But glad to be back. Excited to be on the show today. We got a guest in the house today. So I'm going to just let everybody go around and introduce themselves. But Z Breeze, glad to be here.
It's Wavy J, man. You know who it is, man. The waviest, man. I was gonna say so crazy, but glad to be here, man. As I always am, bro. It's starting to get darker a little earlier, a little sooner.
The
So
autumn out here.
I'm starting to feel it.
I feel that.
Hey.
You got March in the building, Matt on Twitter, Magnificent in real life. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Ready to have a great show, and I'm happy that you guys are here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got Trey in the building. You know what I'm saying? Big CEO. You know what I'm talking about? Tap in with Pressure Clothing. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna keep it going.
You dig.
Yeah. Hold on. Quick shout out to the line. Pressure Clothing.
Right. There we go.
I'm repping for you.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course we have Benjamin Lane also in the house. You know me as the Sound Bite Surfer. I'm in here looking like a blueberry today, feeling great. And let's get into this episode. What's going on?
So I'm gonna go ahead and slide it on first topic just because we had our little designer artist shout out that we're gonna drop later on around the same time that this video come out, just highlighting him.
Stay
and
tuned.
What he's about, what his brand attests to, and what he's actively pursuing. But in that, I was just thinking about we have a similar background. We both come from the same city and stuff like that. And then I was talking about shopping at the Holiday Dollar Store. If you don't know what that is, that's where you get your knockoff Air Force Ones. I had some
Holiday Dollar Store.
Holiday Dollar Store. I had some Gucci Air Force Ones in the 5th grade.
Wow.
They was brown. I got them on my birthday. I thought I was the flyest dude in the world. Got cooked at school the next day. So then
Filet.
it just started making me think about just money. Because what I'm saying, I've came a long way, from 5th grade to now. I'm in charge of my finances in my situation. But when do you think like you're your most like true or authentic self? Do you think it's when you bare bones at the bottom, you have no resources? Or do you think it's when you have everything's fine, you have the ability to go and be whatever you decide? Which one do you feel like when you're your truest self? Not when you can accomplish the most, but just when you're the most you.
That's a good one right there. You want me to start it off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Yeah, man.
Right now. Go for it.
I'm going to say, honestly, man, I feel like you, your true self, you said when you got money, like when you got the funds for everything?
Yeah, when you got all the money that you need or when you don't have any at all?
I say when you got everything that you need.
Why?
That's my personal opinion, just because if, when you down bad,
Horrendous.
it's like your mind be so clouded. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
Survival mode.
You be in survival mode, and it's like within survival mode, it's kind of like tunnel vision. You fall into that, you just focus, like you blocking out everything else, and like I said, it come down to like your mind being clouded, and you're not really able to think straight because you built with so much emotion. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely say me personally, I feel like your true self, when you got everything you need and you able to do what you can do, do what you got to do because you got the resources now. due to if you didn't have any resources, now it's like you mad at the world. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta pick and choose what you're gonna do next
Exactly.
week.
Facts.
What does it mean when we say like our true self? Like, are we saying like character? Or are we saying
What you-
ability to express myself in a specific type of way? Or, you know, like what does it mean to...
When you feel like you are being truest to like who you define yourself as. So I'm saying like whatever you could define yourself by status. You could define yourself by your wants and desires. It's as open ended as it sounds.
So I will first answer with my natural, you know, like go to for sure when you're rich, and that's mainly due to access. If I don't have the restrictions of funds, I can explore more of the world. I can become exposed to different activities or I can be in different rooms in different social settings, and it just kind of opens up the world in order to discover yourself a little bit more. And you don't have those distractions of I have to work from this time to this time, and I might have to go get a second job and then continue to work, or like, you know, like I feel like you have so much more freedom of your time and how you actually spend your life. But at the same time, I could see the other side, because I do think there is some type of filtration process that happens when you do have your back against the wall. Like that's kind of when you really know what you're made out of.
Facts.
So that's why I wanted to ask originally, because I think when you have those moments of adversity, especially if it's over time, that's when you can start to really see, okay, like I handle stress this type of way. I am able to resist this type of or overcome these types of obstacles in this manner, whether it's quickly, whether it's smoothly, whether it's not. And I think that's where it can be kind of muddy, because yeah, sure, character, like bare bones character might show a little bit more when you're struggling, because that's all you got. You know, that's all you got is who you are. You don't have the facade of the clothes that you're wearing. You don't have the keeping up with the Joneses kind of like social faces that we wear. You know, when you're trying to be in those bigger rooms with a lot more people, you may smooth a little bit. Black people, we have a white voice, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I think at the end of the day, definitely when you're more rich, but I can definitely see the other side as well.
I almost feel like, I don't know, the way I was looking at it, I kind of felt like you needed kind of both, right? Like in the sense that, you know, somebody that's like, if you didn't have a whole lot of money, you wouldn't really know it unless you were around someone who had a whole lot, or you wouldn't even think you had a whole lot of money unless you were around someone who didn't. So, I don't know. I almost wanted to say, I did want to say that when you don't have as much money, it kind of shows your character. I like what Ben said about, like, sometimes money can kind of put a veil over you, or kind of like, you know what I'm saying, skew like who you really are, or kind of like maybe some of like your judgments or how you kind of view like your worldview. But it, you know, it's kind of like the context of whether, you know, you're seeing kind of some of these other things. But I don't know. I kind of feel like when you don't have as much, I mean, you can still kind of see like the character in people. I mean, you have people that might not have as much, but you know, you might not even be able to tell it. Like they may just have that level of pride or something in themselves that you wouldn't even be able to tell it. But like on the flip, I mean, you also have people that when they don't have as much can become kind of like advantageous. You know what I'm saying? But you can kind of do that if you have a lot of money too. But I don't know. I feel like personally you see that a bit more if you kind of didn't have as much. Because there's nothing to really, it's just you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't really have a lot to kind of, you know what I'm saying, block people's view of you, I guess is the way I see it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I'm definitely kind of leaning towards the, when you don't have it, really kind of basing it off of the character part of it. Because when you have to basically make something shake, it's like, okay, how are you going to do it? Are you going to still do it with integrity? Or are you still going to do it with, you know, how you would if you did have money? Or, you know, are you going to
scratching and stealing and
get by any means? You feel me? Yeah. So I definitely feel like I'm leaning more towards when you don't have it all. That's probably when you're, I don't want to say your most truest self, but I don't know that I can't really see it when you do have kind of all the money in the world, when you do have, you know, everything at your fingertips, kind of, because I don't know. Also nowadays, when you do have all this money in the world, you're also you can just spend it how whatever. So I don't know. I don't think it's the if you do have it, because you can
I just think
kinda,
like the way you view even problems and stuff is very different depending on how much money cheese you have.
I agree with you, Troy, for sure. That's definitely where I was headed. I already knew that at the beginning. Just because, and not even from my own personal experiences, but just in life. This is a quote from MLK that I just have on my board that I just looked up. But it said,
Shout out MLK.
the ultimate measure of
He had a dream.
on me. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy.
There
And
we
then it's
go.
like I've always like lived by
Bars.
that, just because it's like, yeah, when it is convenient for you, it's like, what does it matter to to give $1? What does it matter to give your last? Because you never had to. You don't even know what that really means,
Right.
And then like even with the mentality of like, oh, I ain't got it. Like I'm in the trenches. Like I got to go get it. It's like even the method or the reason on why you're stooping to that still could show positive character or negative character. So it's like no really action is inherently bad. It's really why. So
It's about the context.
stealing is wrong.
I know, but what if you're not a criminal? Like, what if
Right.
deep down you're not a criminal, but your situation forces you to like,
to-
if you
That's
are
your
starving, like your human nature is going to cause you to like steal something from a grocery store, most likely, even if it's just an apple. Whereas that might not be your personality or that might not be your character, but because you're in that situation, you're forced to be. Like I feel like a lot of times people find themselves doing things that they never would think, and that might not necessarily mean that's who they truly are.
Exactly.
Because they might know who they truly are. They might know that they're not that person, but they still have to do that based out of necessity.
Even having to do things out of necessity. Now you thinking about the people who are thugs for the fun of it and people who are thugs because they have to be.
Exactly.
There's
I just like hurting people.
There's people who did that out of necessity, and as soon as they found the ability to remove themselves from it or to better their life, it was a no-brainer for them. Where people whose character might be questionable, they are in it solely for the goal of
For the
being
thrill.
that. Yeah,
Evil.
This is who I want to be.
No
so
way.
it's like that your character is still showing no situation because it's like if I'm stealing food to go give back to my nieces and nephews and me, that's different. If I'm going to steal Jordan so I can go flex them at school, that's different character traits shown through those actions, even though it's the same action of stealing. So I think it's definitely when a flower bloom from the concrete, like, hey, that's when you see who you really are. Or just even like with just lack of just like stimulus that comes with money. It's like when you just sitting there bored as can be, you really have to discover yourself. Like, what do I like to do with my free
This
time?
is true.
How am I going to spend it? When you have everything just at your fingertips, it's never like, I don't even gotta like Top Golf. I'm just gonna go because I can. Everybody else like Top Golf, so we at Top Golf. Because you don't have to put no thought towards the decisions.
Or you gonna buy stuff you normally wouldn't buy just because you have the money.
The capability.
Yeah.
Or potentially come complacent in ways that if you didn't have a lot of money, you might, what I'm saying.
But then, like also to the other side, like I do understand. Like, hey, Bill was talking about what was he saying?
Hey man, I say a lot of things.
Me, you was talking about motherfucking ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
No, we're not doing that again.
You
Like
was
access to
education when you were talking about how you had like the class that
Japanese.
you did. Yeah, you had a cultural class where you learned like a lot of different cultures really fast.
Yeah.
At least that would have been so beneficial because now I could have knew in second grade. In sixth grade, I really wanted to learn Spanish.
That's what I was talking about.
I mean,
like
Japanese.
it's you using the example of you said Topgolf. What if I'm just in the hood. All I know is like basketball, and I just not
Round
feeling
one.
basketball.
Oh.
No, but I'm saying like if I'm just like, okay, this is what my community is doing, and this is what sports looks like. This is athletics. This is sport.
I
But
wanna
I
play
could
tennis.
be deep down like golf is it.
I'm a dancer.
Like I love golf, but if I don't have the funds to even like step into a Top Golf or like find where they have golf courses, I think that's where it becomes difficult to be who I truly am. If that's where my natural talent lies, because I can't even get to that room or I can't even get to, like sure, I guess you could say I'll go grab, some sticks, tie them together and whatever, but
Get to it.
but it's still
That
like
ain't the same, bro.
it's a mental exposure because like I might literally not let's say like a more like outlandish activity, so like water polo. Like I might
Kayaking.
not. How am I going to figure out the rules of
There we
water
go.
polo? How am I going to figure out what type of ball they use? How am I going to find a pool? Sure, I could be in a pond, but like there's goals. Like there's things that are
Lax.
literally needed. Yeah, I played lacrosse. I literally played lacrosse in high school.
I've never seen it be played in my life.
I never would have found a lacrosse stick, a ball, a pair of gloves, a helmet, a goal. There's so many things that are needed to actually engage in this activity, but without the funds, I have no chance of ever even being exposed to it in the first place.
Lacrosse is a great example too because it is expensive.
But I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, yeah, like if you want something enough, like if you actually care, like you're going to make it.
But
happen.
how do you know you want it
know it,
first?
yeah.
So, for instance, like me in baseball, how many black kids you know play baseball?
But baseball is like
know you.
America's
Jackie
like,
Robinson.
It costs a lot of money to have cleats and to have a bat.
But
and
you
to have
knew what
balls
baseball
and to
was
have a
before
ball.
you got
Griffey Jr.
before you had the like before you needed to get those tools. You knew what baseball was.
I mean, I knew what lacrosse was probably since I was like 7 too.
But see,
How?
I did not. I'll be real.
TV, audio.
What TV shows
These
and
white
what TV
drummers. Teen Wolf,
if
they
I,
in there.
Right. So if I am dirt poor, how am I watching Teen Wolf? How am I getting MTV? That's a cable channel.
I watch. I watch.
You what?
I don't watch baseball, so I mean that don't even matter. Honestly, if I'm keeping it real with you. I didn't need to watch it to know that I wanted to partake in it.
We're not talking about baseball though. We're talking about lacrosse.
It's the same thing. I don't have to watch it to know I want to
You
partake
need
in
to
it.
you need to know of it though. Is what we're trying to say. Like,
All right.
there's no
Okay.
way you could.
You got me. Point for Ben.
Or
But that's valid,
I was gonna say like lacrosse is one of them sports like
Rich people play.
yeah, like you don't see that. You don't. My high school we ain't have.
We didn't have a
lacrosse.
soccer team.
And I hear that all the time.
That's wow.
So like, yeah,
I get it.
you don't see that as common.
We're getting some real
It's not as
perspective
common.
on the show.
Which one's more important? So then this is kind of this all stemmed from LeBron's Undisputed the Shop. They had a conversation about how their kids are going to grow up and they're going to have everything.
Was this the Draymond one?
Yeah,
Of course
about
it was.
having a dog in you.
He knocked the mess out, young boy.
Oh no.
So
Young bull.
what's more important?
It was a wrap.
Your child's character development or their skill development? Because now the only thing that we say that you got beneficial from money is the ability to be able to do more. Man, you did. Throw the pressure down, bro. Come on.
Feel the pressure.
But
we still never folded.
Never fold.
didn't fold. We didn't fold when we was doing the
Get back up.
He sure didn't. You ain't do no folding.
I tried, man. I tried.
But yeah, it sounds like the only thing money grants you is more doors of opportunity to utilize skill, where not having money develops character potentially,
Yeah.
or more often. So
And
which
that's-
one's more important to you?
I mean, I definitely prefer character.
I'll say character.
Yeah.
So my kids ain't getting nothing. You ain't
We've
getting
been
it.
over this.
You got it.
Check that episode out too.
Exactly.
It's kind of hard to shake the value in skill though,
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm
I
not
would
gonna
love
lie
my
to
kid to
you.
be able to play violin.
or even nowadays,
I used to play the violin, bro.
You
like
Piano.
See?
A long time ago.
piano. I got a
Yeah,
piano.
man.
like I know a lot of young people that let's just say have been afforded the opportunity to learn things that I'm like, man, if I could have did that when I was younger,
They're like,
that
I
would've-
hate it.
I mean, I would have hated it, but it would have propelled me so much further. Like
Man,
now, you know,
I
what
would
I'm
not be
saying?
working like the way I'm working if I found out I was a
Exactly.
child prodigy at the cello.
Nah, for real.
It's a real
That's why I don't know, bro. I'm kind of leaning towards skill because afterwards, you know, you
You
get
can-
out of school and X, Y, and Z. Character is cool, but
All right, so he out here committing heinous crimes.
You don't have to commit
and he's-
heinous
and he's your
crimes, bro.
heir, and you're like, oh my god, come on. You know, son of mine. You know what I'm talking about, Trey?
I know what you
My
mean.
kid gonna be a jerk, but gonna be the greatest piano
Exactly.
player in the
I
world.
still wouldn't want to claim that little dude.
Oh wow.
Teacher gonna
Yeah,
be like,
I know.
man, you're
You may have got
doing
me
so
there.
great in your lessons. Well, I know. My
Right.
dad traded in my
shut up.
character for skill.
No way. Nah, but that's real though. Well, I guess low key. Nah, never mind. I'm sorry. That was a next.
All right. Did anyone else want to chime in on specifically, like, that kind of dichotomy?
Skill versus character. Which one you prefer your child to have?
I'd probably say character, bro.
Character for sure.
Because like any good infomercial would say, bruh, like character's gonna take you way further than any skill is.
This guy's a PBS commercial.
Exactly.
Networking, you know a lot of people. You in there no matter what you act like.
Also true.
No, that's all I have.
But I mean, skill. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of talented people.
The hard part is it depends on the skill and the level of skill. Because we can say skill all we want because, like I could be famous and rich off of my skill. But it's like,
1 in a million.
What are the odds? You know, a lot of people can sing, but like not too many people can sing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to be that level of skill. Like skill has, but I can be like
some top tiers.
I could be like, top 30 percentile in character and get pretty far, but in terms of skill, I got to be like top 1%.
Yeah, they gonna remember that.
Yeah,
I'm saying my mans who just hit a 360 dunk, they were like, okay, but if I dunked, I said something crazy after.
Right. If he pull an Anthony Edwards, he's done for. If he pull a what's the other dude who said something crazy? The MVP of the league, Jokic.
Oh
yeah, he kept like slipping up on camera. Bro, you have to get it together, bro.
Thanks, bro.
You're losing a bag.
Exactly.
Our team is working overtime,
and you can't really teach character afterwards.
Yeah, like if
after a certain point,
you can always learn how to do it,
unless
but
you
you won't get that
like
5.
traumatic. You got to go through like you lose everything, and so now I got to change. You
got to have a very
back against the wall type of
exactly. That's
very stark transition.
Yeah.
You know what you have for us, Trey?
All right, well,
Yeah.
that's another topic I wanted to discuss. So how do y'all feel about, I guess I could word it like this. Without social media, do y'all think men would be more inclined to cheat because of, social media? Or without it, would it still be the same?
I think it's like, a lot of things with us, like, I think just us having like too much access to things. You know what I'm saying? I think there's like good and bad to it, but I think sometimes people get like a little too caught up in like social media and just like, you know what I'm saying? Just these other like, almost like, I don't know, either other personas and certain things that they kind of put up on like social media and kind of feel like they can act like a totally different way. Like they can do all these things through social media and see all these things, but like outside of that are like separated from it sometimes. So I think, I guess it'd be less of it. I mean, you'd have less access for sure. Like when I'm first looking at it.
Less distractions.
Less distractions.
In general, I think so. You had the ability to focus more on now what's directly in front of you. And, if your girl's with you 5 times a week, and that's what you're focusing on, you're going to just perform better. So I think that social media, it's a lot of added distractions that just kind of come with it. Yeah. I don't want to overinflate how much social media does have an impact, because like a lot of people will be saying this, man, I wish I had that old school love. You know how it used to be. Blah, blah, blah. You heard that,
there, bro.
Right.
You heard that 90s R&B, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, them men were hurting their wives. They was cheating on their wives. They had secret families. So don't hit me with that, like that old school love stuff.
They just didn't have social media to blow it up.
Exactly.
That's the only thing. Like social media,
it just brings it to the light.
Bring it to the light. You feel me?
Like
Back in the day, it was just low key.
Yeah, you can keep your dirt. Now ain't no keeping that, because everybody has a cellular device. Somebody knows something instantaneously. So therefore, eventually it's gonna come around. So I think it slightly increases it, just because, like, honestly, probably the 50s, you had to be the cream of the crop to, get a woman to know you have a woman and come after you. Hypothetically,
yeah, I was like, that's
or the 80s, like you had to be the top dude in the room, Where now it's like, if you shoot 1,000 shots in DMs, maybe 2 of them a hit, and you could be bottom 5.
That's a crazy percentage.
You can go viral.
2 for 1,000.
2 for 1,000.
Hey, bro, all the math check out, bro. I already carry all the ones and dotted and everything. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, that's some
bro.
people's reality, bro.
Hey.
I'm just speaking for it.
But
Nowadays, everybody be scoring.
I'm gonna take you back a little bit further beyond the 50s. So I've been
Oh, man.
Yeah, get in there.
we've been on our Game of Thrones,
know?
our
You
Game
feel
of
me?
Thrones tip, and
Brothels.
they ain't have no type of look,
Wow.
You know exactly where I'm going
They was on that-
because they ain't have no type of social media, but boy was they
They was going crazy.
They was active back in them days. You know what I'm saying?
There was no testing back then.
Terrible, just animals. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's like at the end of the day, sure, the tools are there and the tools evolve.
Multiple
That's
tools.
all that social media is. It's a tool to get to the
goal. Whatever your
Thank
goal
you.
is.
Yes. Exactly. And so I think it's all about how do you utilize the tools, you know what I'm saying? So I think, sure, some people are going to be more inclined, but that also does fall on character. I do get the idea of the temptation is going to be more prevalent, of course, because you are seeing more and
Baddie
more
after baddie
every
after baddie after
exactly. And we literally have a whole like class of individuals that are IG baddies. Like that that is
This is
something that
facts.
exists now.
Facts.
There's
It's
people
a
that
goal
like
some women try to achieve.
yes, I was
It's
gonna
a
say
thing,
people
though.
intentionally like curate their entire page in order to fulfill this role of being an IG baddie. So yes,
And TikTok.
it does.
Shout out to IG baddies.
Yeah, TikTok baddies. Why?
I don't know. For the one time.
Hey,
Appreciate
man.
y'all listening.
Yeah, hopefully they tapped
Hey,
in with the
man.
podcast.
Exactly.
Just
Share
keep
it.
listening.
Hey, y'all got the followers, so go ahead and share it. Share
man.
it.
We'll turn our
Show 'em love.
put some more bass in our voice if y'all need it.
Yeah.
No way.
Whatever keep y'all listening. That's what I'm here for.
No way.
But yeah, I think it's like again, it's a tool. So sure, you know, for me personally, it really don't make a difference.
Cause you a real one. You know how you cut.
Exactly, and I think that just literally, and this is not
Hey,
because she listens to this, but
Wholesome.
this is literally just because like I just don't really have, you know, like that's still bold regardless.
Yeah,
Whether
at the
you
end
was
of
in
the
the medieval times, you shouldn't be doing that.
No.
When you're doing it now, you shouldn't be
Smashing a
doing
guard.
that.
Facts.
So I think at the end of the day, the actual action of like seeing that process through, because that's the thing that be killing me, bro. Like cheating,
Put it back in.
bro. Cheating is,
Oh my god.
bro. Like
It's actually a whole thought process.
yes,
you
there's
have
so
to go
many
through.
steps. People be oops. What you mean oops?
Oh,
you don't know.
Lord.
You,
17 oops.
exactly. It's like
No.
Habitual oops.
how many mistakes you gonna make until you finally feel bad about what you got going on. You know. So I think.
Lord.
So where's your conscience?
So yeah, I think again, like social media is a tool that has gotten really good at allowing that to happen. It's just as all tools evolve. At some point, like a hammer was just a big, probably like
Brick.
yeah, exactly.
You just
And
smashed
so
it.
that's all I kind of see it as is that okay? Now we've really, you know, we've developed the hammer. This boy is mad efficient, but at the same time, I still got to pick up and like start nailing with that hammer.
Not a good analogy at all, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, shout out to the wholesome guys on here, man. They coming up.
man.
Girls
Shout out
walk
to
up to them.
hammers.
They be like these. Back up.
I've never done that a day. in my life.
I've seen John do it. He's a liar.
Absolutely not.
I've seen John. I've seen
John talking about you can trust me.
I've been here. I've been here.
Look at my W.
Keep my W.
That's
No
the
way.
wholesome badge right there.
Nah, for real.
No, that's it's a good point though, because yeah, but you know, I'm sure some people are like, and also you're in control of your timeline.
on me.
That's also all I'm saying.
That's
is
true.
That, hey,
That's true.
if
If you gotta hit that mute,
you gotta hit
if
that
you can't
mute,
control yourself,
Delete the app.
bro, just get rid of the app. Just
I'm
just
saying,
it,
delete
bro.
your account, do what you got to do.
Ah.
And listen, while you doing what you got to do, you might as well like, comment, subscribe. That was a little abrupt. It was true, but
we putting
listen,
the pressure on you.
exactly,
So, hey, you need to press that damn button.
exactly. Have that control enough to check us out when we drop new stuff, and yeah, just vibe with us.
yeah. Hold on. Wait, were you going for a new topic?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I wanted to segue real quick because speaking of the development and evolution of tools, I was just recently thinking about just the evolution of myself and how I have developed a new awareness, and actually we all develop a new awareness as we grow. So this is actually sparked by a tweet that I saw earlier today, and it was a picture of the book of the lady who swallowed what did she swallow first? A fly. Some lady who swallowed a fly to catch the spider.
It sounds
to catch
very familiar. Yeah,
really? I thought this was like
No,
This is a very integral
familiar.
part of my childhood.
Yeah, I just
I thought
can't
it was
think of-
like,
I heard it once.
yeah, okay, but yeah, she swallowed like 6 different things to swallow. She swallowed a horse to catch to this and swallowed to that to catch to that, right?
Okay.
So this is, of course, a nice little innocent book back in the day. The tweet in particular that I saw was mentioning that this lady is the OG throat goat.
I was thinking that.
Of course you were. So apologize.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it got me thinking about
goat.
just like
Oh my God.
it got me thinking about like all the stuff that, yeah, when we were kids, like some of the stuff that we consumed was like innocent back then, whether it was like music or movies. So yeah, what were like some of those examples that you can think of? Because I know a lot of music for me, you know, I used to like sing along to and rap, and a couple times my sister had to step in and be like, "Hey, don't say that." And I'm like, I'm like, "What you mean? Like, what's wrong with it?" And then it's like looking back, I'm like, "How did I not know not to say that?" Like that is very, very blatant. If you need a moment, I can give one example that I always think back to. Was freaking it was Soulja Boy, Super Soak That was
Super
one of
Soak
them for
That.
sure.
Okay.
I was in the dance and everything.
Okay.
And then another one, I think it was Marco Polo.
Marco Polo
He
is a
goes
good one.
at the end. He goes, "Last night your girl's forehead was on my ass."
ass.
I'm like, oh, shorty cuddling, you know,
Right.
like they spooning or whatever,
No
and she
way.
just chilling. Like, I'm thinking it's like this quadrant of the forehead, just like laying down. They about to go to
Chilling.
sleep. My sister said, "No, don't say that one. Don't say that one."
Her hairline is on his belly button. Or something.
Yeah. So then I came of age, and I was like, okay.
I never thought about that until now, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like, okay, if the forehead's there, the rest of the other, remaining head is
You do
in
the
other
math.
places. And yeah, exactly. I understand anatomy now. And so, yeah, that was just one
Talking
of
about a
those
throat
things.
goat.
So it all
All
comes
this
full
time.
circle. Yeah. So, yes. I know Zach, you said you had one that you could think of.
The song "Trading Places." Who was that?
Show
About?
the Usher song.
Yeah, yeah. My dad wasn't going for that, bro.
Oh, wow.
Because I was in there. I'm in the car, like going to
He
like
was in there trade.
fourth grade. Trading places.
Oh
I'm talking
no.
about tonight. I'm on the bus. He is,
Hold on now. Hold
he
on.
is livid. He's
No
like,
way.
turn off this damn radio.
Because as a kid, you don't know.
And I'm
bruh.
just
You
vibing.
just singing a
I'm
song.
talking about, man, I got trading cards. I love trading.
Oh.
And he talking about, don't ever sing this song again. He told me I couldn't listen to Usher. Then.
Talking about ever.
Yeah,
No
but
way in your
then
life.
now think about it as an adult. It's like maybe it could have just because the song was sexual in general. Because I wasn't thinking about it as sexual. I'm just like, I'm trading. Like, what's up?
It's crazy. Like our minds were so innocent back in the day. Like
Pure.
Yeah.
Shout out to children.
Man, I missed those things.
On me.
everything was so simple. Man.
Now we living in the gutter.
The gutter. Yo. Ooh.
I'm sure it's way more songs that's
Rain.
like that. I can't.
Rain down.
Right. So all right. So like that song alone.
I
like,
never knew. I still don't
And
know.
then Kanye.
do it.
I've heard of things that it may mean
Potentially.
potentially,
But I never thought about those before.
Nah, I didn't. It's a good song. Though.
It's a great song. I love that
A
song.
beautiful song, actually.
Need more rain.
No way, bro. I don't know. I can't say I've had too many realizations.
Think about even
I
like
can think
Scooby
of.
Doo, like Shaggy being a complete stoner. You
Right,
know, it's
yeah.
just like at that time you're just like,
Nah,
oh,
that's
he's
real.
just like the chill guy.
Yeah.
Likes to eat all the time.
He likes to eat these,
Yeah.
gargantuan sandwiches. Oh, haha. Like that man is baked, bro. he is out of here. He is
Done
cooked.
for.
Cooked.
Only one talking to the dog.
Hey, man, Scooby.
Something wrong.
Exactly. Scooby cannot speak.
No, that's real. Ooh,
Lil Wayne Lollipop.
Ooh, that's a
come
good
on,
one.
man.
That's a good one.
Don't 50 Cent got a song?
You sitting there
too?
talking about Candy Shop.
Candy
Yes,
Shop,
bro.
Yeah, I was,
Hey.
I was vibing
For
to that
real.
boy.
Oh no, crazy! Oh yes, now I'm thinking of an exact experience of this, specifically Candy Shop, because growing up, I guess one time we almost had a topic about childhood best friends. My childhood best friend I had met through my parents, like a friend to the family. We would just hang out or whatever. Eventually, you grow up and you start watching the kids yourself because you just you're hanging around them. And then eventually, you know, we having a party, listening to music, Candy Shop come on, and I'm like, Candy Shop. I'm just like, hold on, wait a second, turn this off,
Bet
bro.
you lick the lollipop.
Yes, and they all hear, yeah, woo. And I'm
Keep
like,
going
cut
till
it
you
off.
hit the spot.
Next. No, that was one. That was definitely one, bro. He was like, this can't be right.
Especially when he started rapping. I don't know the verses, but he really going nuts in the verses.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, like he's really explaining the birds and the bees.
Oh, no.
I'm just like, how did that go over our heads?
On me. Because we didn't know no verses back then. We were just singing straight chorus.
That's fair. We just sitting there pop blocking, talking about, look at my dance. They're like, turn this off now.
Man.
Times was different, man.
Bruh, all I can think of is like when I was in like early elementary school, I was listening to a lot of T-Pain, bruh. I was definitely listening to a lot of Buy You a Drink, a lot of Bartender. I remember, bro. I vividly remember.
Wet the Bed by Chris Brown. Keep going.
That's a crazy one.
Drip.
Like the No BS, all of that. Yeah, that's all crazy too. But I remember being like, I don't know if you guys remember like being in elementary school and having like those like sheets of like your favorite things, like favorite food, favorite TV show, favorite
I can
hobby.
picture with the awful penmanship and everything.
Oh, terrible penmanship, bruh. But like I remember like especially like first, second grade, bruh. Like my favorite song was definitely like Bartender one year, and definitely like Buy You a Drink. no context of like this teacher probably thinking that's so crazy. Like what did his parents have him listening to at home, bruh?
Yeah.
Ooh, bro.
Speaking of school, just a random thought. Like,
Look at him segueing already.
Let's
go.
He's a natural.
I was just thinking, like, back in the day, bro. Like, I remember they taught us how to write in cursive. Like, do they even do that nowadays?
Come on, bruh.
I think
They done with that.
They stopped
Yeah, they
that.
done
I think
with
the
that.
next class or the class after that. So either the class of 2017 or 2018, it was no longer part of the standard curriculum.
And all my life, they'd be like, you gonna need this.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
Do you
like,
think it's needed?
Nah, bro, you can't read, bro. If you got bad handwriting and you off the cursive, bro,
it's bad.
there's this wings dings at that point. It's
if you forget to like cross your T's, dot your I's, or like you looping your L's
Everything
too
looks
much.
like
Girl,
four
you
don't
different
know
letters.
oh
It
my
is,
god.
I ain't gonna lie, I was cold at cursive.
I was cold.
He talking about it's cold.
I'll just say it, bro.
I wasn't early on, but as like other people, because I just like being different. Like as other people like stopped using it, like when we got maybe like fifth, sixth grade, that's when I was like, all right,
You was waiting for your window.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, like I wanna. And so now, like to this day, like my handwriting is kind of like a blend a little bit. Like
There we
some
go.
letters are
Yeah.
definitely kind of like cursive-y. But yeah, I was definitely like, all right, let me really tap in with this cursive because I just want to be bougie with it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, bougie.
Oh, man.
You know?
In college, I used to think like it would help me write notes faster. Go back and read it. I'm like, I don't know what I wrote.
Bro, I'm telling you,
bro.
Yo, I wrote it down fast.
I'm
bro.
saying it's
like,
good to write, bro, but like looking
Sheesh.
back at it, you're like, man, this is
What
all
is this?
one long word, bro.
I write in cursive in
Hieroglyphics.
default, and then like I'd be mad because like when I go back to read it, or like if I got to show it to somebody and they can't read it, I'm like,
Man,
it would have just saved me time.
that's it right there.
Because now you don't understand it, even if I get it, because everybody cursive is different. Like,
Yeah.
you ever had your take like a note home from your mom to your teacher or teacher to your mom?
Yes.
As like a kid, I'm like, what does this say? Like I see the word where,
And that's why I'm good
Man.
at cursive, so I could read that. I ain't gonna lie
Exactly.
to
You
you.
sitting there decoding like you said a different language. So y'all not about to get me in trouble.
Said, his ass is great.
Right, I was gonna say, let me figure out how to decode this so I know not to give it to my mom.
Ooh,
I lost
bro.
it on the walk home. I'm sorry.
No way.
Speaking of hindsight, well, I was just thinking in hindsight.
Okay.
You was talking about school,
Indeed.
and then I'm gonna talk about school lunch again.
Oh man.
What
boy.
What was just like? Because in hindsight, school lunch like actually was fucking disgusting.
Trash.
Like
Terrible.
Like in the reality of it, I was banging school lunch. I was begging for
I'm saying.
another chicken sandwich.
It's
like,
11
chicken
a.m.
sandwich
and
was
you-
all
Lord.
vibes. All vibes.
Chicken
So it's
sandwich
like,
and Bosco sticks. Eating them.
Hot topic. That's exactly what I was going to get on. Bosco sticks. I was not a Bosco stick
Bosco
guy.
sticks
Those
are
boys
fire.
are terrible.
They are pretty gross.
They are pretty gross.
I'm not gonna
In
lie to you.
hindsight,
I was never a
yeah.
fan
In
of school
hindsight,
lunch.
it is also just a very simple dish. Like who was like, let's just like put some cheese in here. Like like we're not gonna give them any like pizza sauce or toppings or anything.
man.
Like if we just do this, like we could probably get away with it. And then we just start eating it up. And they're like,
sauce to dip it in, like the marinara.
They did give us some marinara here. But I'm sure they were just like, let's just save some money and just start giving them Bosco sticks. And everyone was like,
they just reheat in the microwave to give to you. They ain't even making it, bro. Nah, man. School lunches was buns.
That's where you was going? You just wanted to roast school lunch?
I was going to
We can do that.
Like, what was the worst thing that you remember eating at school lunch?
Terrible.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Had to been after everything changed, bro.
Had to be.
Post Michelle.
Shout out Michelle, but listen, the lunches.
You talked like it's like a traumatic. You talking about the change.
It was just gross. I remember that's when I was like, you know what? I can make my lunch.
Yeah.
Instead of buying this.
Lunch BC before the change.
No, you know what's crazy though? Like in high school, we had a sub line.
That boy
you get subs and wraps.
Okay.
Feel me?
Yeah.
I will always be in that line because I wasn't messing with
that's
the
safe.
regular. You feel me? That's safe right there.
That's safe.
That's bread.
I know
cheese.
what's going in there. You feel me?
That's real.
And I get to choose what kind of bread I want. If I want a wrap,
ham,
what type of
turkey,
meat you want. You feel me? Like
sandwich.
I ain't gotta go by default and go by what they serving today.
Right.
Feel me? They serving Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes.
Salisbury steak used to be crazy.
I was on the hard, bro. I was on
You
Popcorn chicken, slimy chicken.
that pizza was gross.
That pizza
was always.
That's
like
why when you said that
rectangle.
post Michelle,
we ain't really
my
have.
God.
We ain't had no knockoff pizza. I ain't gonna lie.
we had Hungry Howie's. We had that whole wheat Hungry Howie's, bro.
At lunchtime?
What?
Yes, bro.
We ain't had that.
What?
Whole wheat. That pizza used to taste like cardboard, bro.
Can I tell a quick story?
Go ahead.
It's not even much of a story. No, this isn't a bad thing. Just because it just brought something back to me. Do you remember? I know you remember.
Oh no.
One of the restaurants, because we used to get some restaurants that got to come and like basically do like kind of restaurant-y kind of stuff or like almost like catering. There was one particular restaurant that everyone used to go nuts for. Kim's Garden, bro. Kim's Garden. It was Chinese food. And when I tell you, that's the thing. When I tell you on the Kim's Garden day, people sprinting to lunch.
Yes,
I mean,
bro.
like
I remember fighting to get to lunch.
full
No way, bro.
speed.
I never.
Like yes, like people will want to be fighting over Kim's Garden.
That
Kim's
one kid
Garden
is
was
at the
not
door.
even good.
No.
Kim's Garden was like
I'll
the
say it now.
lowest tier of like Chinese food,
Like Oceana
especially.
Inn?
I've never had Oceana Inn, so probably though. But it was not good. Didn't we wasn't Kim's Garden the restaurant that had like a bunch of immigrants and stuff? Like they got all arrested. Like they shut down the place anyway.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah, no, they found like they were like packed into like a house in Novi somewhere. But yeah, that's a whole crazy. Yeah, it was like a whole family, a couple families, and hey man, I hope Kim's Garden
is good.
is great.
Hope the garden is
they
water.
grow.
Y'all held it down for us,
Right.
even though the food was like
Kim's Garden strong here.
But
The food was apparently holding you down too. Right?
No, it was not. It was
just- I
gross,
mean-
bro.
I meant like on the
wet,
ground, like
wet
sick,
Asian
like,
food. No, I
meant
don't
like-
want that. And I'm paying money for it too. Ooh, I used to be so mad, bro.
and they had the nerve. Them kids had the nerve to buy Voss water with it.
Yeah, because they were like, it's so good. I'm like, I know you've never had good, Asian food a day in your life. That's basically what this is
my
telling
God.
Because it was not that good, bro.
But I don't know what
It
was
was not that
I'm
good.
trying to think of the worst thing though. I feel like I was kind of on the same
chocolate
line
milk.
of-
Were you guys paying for lunches?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
See, I ain't.
We had the free lunch for sure,
Free
bro.
lunch.
the free ones, the free boys.
I did when I was at Farmington for sure.
So
bro,
y'all
when I
ain't
was, like,
had never
16.
had the embarrassment of not having enough money in y'all account.
Man.
When I tried to buy some hot Cheetos,
You talking about? Let me put my
and I
code
thought
in
I
one more
had
time.
75 cents in there. Nope.
The fact that we had accounts
Declined.
It's kind of crazy to me,
Yeah, we
bro.
really
That
did
used
have
to be
like
crazy.
little bank accounts with a little
Like,
pen pad code.
you just a little under your limit here, so I can't give you
Nah,
this. I'm like, feed me, bro.
Bro,
What?
literally,
I'm trying to eat.
they haggling what you talk about, man.
Some lunch
kidding
ladies
me?
would show love, but some of them.
There's there's absolutely nothing I can do. You're,
I'm like,
you're
how am
gonna
I
have
gonna
to-
make it through another 5 hours of the day, bro? Off of
How I'm supposed to focus
anger
in
and
class?
I'm like, man, I got the earliest lunch.
How I'm supposed to focus?
I'm hot.
I didn't know that. I didn't know free lunch and like pay lunch was really a thing
Oh
until
my
like 4th or
gosh.
5th grade. So in like 3rd grade, seeing kids get their lunch took and they get handed a wafer. I did understand.
What you mean a wafer?
Like the peanut butter jelly wafer.
Oh, you're talking about
They
yes,
give you that instead of give you the look.
bro. On the
Y'all was in
graham
prison.
cracker.
On the graham cracker thing. I'm like, why did they take their food? Dang, they are poor. Then I'm like, wait, I'm the poor one. That's why. Oh my
No.
I'm poor. It's me. For real.
And then imagine you see somebody else go buy some Kim's Garden. You're just like, I just can't.
That's why J. Cole said he don't need the $20, man.
Hey, did
stand
y'all
it,
ever
bro.
like experience like kids that brought their own lunch to school?
I thought that was so cool.
Bro, they was
I wanted to be one of them.
they was the ones.
On me.
They was the ones.
Did you ever bring a school lunch?
I wanted to.
I brought a Lunchable once. And I
Hey,
thought I was so cool. Bro.
Hey, my mama packed me some lunch.
What Lunchable?
The one that come with the Capri Sun in the pack.
I know, but what was like the main entree?
If you say
the
pizza,
the pizza jar.
Please don't tell me.
don't do that,
I
bro.
Bro, I'm a ham and cheese kind of guy, bro. I ain't gonna
Okay,
lie.
with the little
With the
crackers.
crackers.
The crackers.
That's
With
something
the
else.
little fruit.
Lunchables
I
ain't
mean,
that good, bro.
They're not.
Hey, with the
They-
little
They were very-
the
that was
sub
very
Lunchable,
overhyped.
the overloaded.
Yes, overloaded sub Lunchable was actually
I'm here
pretty
like
solid.
y'all can't see me. I got too much money.
I ain't never had them Johns before.
You know what I'm saying? Lunchables might be a
We spent our
money
last for it.
laundering front. It might be.
I'm surprised they're still around.
Because who's eating that?
Who's still eating that bread?
I'm sorry. Once again, shout out Lunchables. I'll just shout out everybody that we
Shout out
roast today.
Lunchables, man.
Shout out school lunch too. You feel me? Even though
Saying
it
you had
was
some kids feeling real cool coming into
rancid.
school.
I mean, at the end of the day, we still need those free lunch programs for our youth, man. Everybody ain't got the bread, so
Hey, man.
it's nasty now in hindsight, but I appreciate it.
But
at the
no
time.
cap, bro.
Facts.
Once I transferred to Chandler Park, bro, I was like, bro, I'm literally getting the same quality lunch I was paying for going to school in the burbs for sure, bro.
Wow.
I was like, this lunch is definitely like the same. I'm eating pretty much the same thing.
Hey, school lunch is terrible everywhere, fellas.
I'm sure somewhere they got it right. I hope at least.
I hear down south, because I remember I had
They be having crab boils.
crab
Crawfish and
boils,
Hibachi.
Jets Pizza, Domino's, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I've heard they be having sometimes restaurants or
Yeah.
actual, like type stuff. So
Up north though, nah.
But I think this
Ain't giving you
isn't.
that.
Well, I know in
You
Texas.
can't even get a
I hear-
coney.
Huh?
You can't even get a coney in school,
You would
bro.
think we'd be able to. All the conies out here.
I'm just saying, what?
or somebody like come up to the school and make some, bro.
Who gonna do that? What you mean? What do you mean, someone like a restaurant or just like a?
Yeah, I meant like
Oh,
a
I thought you
restaurant
just
or-
somebody
just
mama
one-
got a
one person. Oh
volunteer.
yeah, no, yeah. Somebody from the actual restaurant. I was thinking about what you guys have said about you guys having people kind of come into the school
Yeah.
and make
Yeah.
something. So
That Kim's. Nope, I'm not feeling that. Not doing that.
You know, one thing that I've recently been thinking about. It's October, and I feel like we should do some theme related to some degree. We haven't talked about anything spooky yet, so I was just like, what's something spooky I could talk about? I came to the realization that if I died, I would want to haunt someone. Just throwing that out there. I don't know who though.
What?
That goes against my beliefs.
I just think, it 100% goes against mine.
Yeah.
Halloween goes against
Zach
my
is like-
beliefs in general. I hate Halloween, so let's get that out
I
the way.
didn't celebrate it as a kid.
I never celebrated
I
either.
don't hate Halloween.
One fun fact: I never went trick or treating.
Yeah, neither. did I.
Same.
Never been trick or treating.
Actually, I went once, but I was too young to actually remember it.
I went like 4 times. I ain't gonna lie. I
See?
was out there, give me the candy.
Ooh.
Where was you going trick or treating at?
On the west side,
Okay.
in the township.
Okay, yeah.
You in the
Had to
good,
make
in the
some-
good spot.
okay,
Off
yeah.
Gratiot,
Neighborhoods.
off Gratiot, those little cuts.
Yeah.
They had the big candy bars in there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
That's when I
family
ripped my
size.
NASCAR outfit when I
Yeah.
was 6 because I was getting chunky.
Man, scoping out the neighborhood.
You ain't on the east side with it. Going,
Oh, my mama, no.
But yeah, man.
They turned off
if,
the lights.
if we could all haunt someone when we die, is there anyone in particular that you would be like, you deserve this haunting? And let's not say that you were murdered, so don't, we can't just haunt our murderers. But I just feel like, I know I would want to haunt a couple math teachers, but that was the first thing that came to
I
mind.
can think of one.
There's a
know
good-
what?
I ain't not going there.
Miss Hosman.
Our
Yeah.
math teacher from like 10th grade.
Yeah.
What she do to y'all? Why y'all agree?
Everything.
Man, Eunice is like, yeah.
Wow, it just came. It was
They
so
linking
easy.
up in the afterlife. Like, we gotta get
You
her.
gotta get her, bro.
We got to slide on her, man.
slide.
On Fornam.
No way.
Haunt, like it has to be negative. Like I
I mean, it's not like you beating them up. Like you just you just in the space.
Every
Now and
like,
then you shutting the door.
exactly.
Drawing on the mirror.
Just messing with
Turn a little light on, flick it on a
Right.
couple
Yeah.
times.
They put some on the counter.
on Nosferatu.
Dropping forks.
Just knock
all
something
that.
over. Just
I'm gonna be the pettiest one if I am gonna haunt someone.
Yeah, you was talking about hacking into people's Netflix.
Adjust the temperature in their house.
oh yeah.
They coming for you.
Say, I know you like the temperature at 74.
Right.
Right.
71. What are you gonna do about it?
We're going to 30. Really gonna go
Straight-
for it. Go to the pits. I don't know, man. Math teacher, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I ain't had no beef with no teachers like that, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna just cop out and say my haters, man.
All of them,
All of them?
collectively.
All of them. I
hate
Are
win.
you aware of every
I'm
single
still
one of them?
winning.
Right. You got a list?
Hopefully I don't have any. But in the event that
Oh
there
no,
are some,
you want some. You gotta have some haters at all times, or else you ain't popping.
Yeah.
man, I don't give hate, so I don't be trying to receive it. But whoever do feel that way, I'm gonna just be in
That's
their
not
dreams.
how it works.
I'm just being.
You're losing. You'll never be anything.
Oh,
You see what he did.
You going straight for the
What
security.
are you doing? Yeah, I'm in a psyche.
You talking about compare yourself to everyone
Oh,
else that you
no, bro.
He's doing it much faster than you. He's doing it better than
Oh
you.
my god.
His shoes fit better.
he gonna wake up. He gonna hate everything.
Fit better.
Or she.
Right. Ooh, yeah.
It's a good tactic
Yeah.
Now.
Feel it. Feel the disappointment in yourself.
in their dreams too, because they're like their guard is down. Yeah, like it.
Oh me.
This is so invasive.
I mean, that's the whole idea of
I'm
haunting.
penetrating your psyche, man. What?
We've unlocked a new
Insane.
level of haunt.
But speaking of spooky stuff, we kind of, I think Ben had mentioned it. He name dropped it earlier. Y'all watching that Dahmer?
Yeah,
No way.
really?
Yeah, I'm with the no way.
Why?
Honestly, bro.
Is it a morality thing, or is it just like a?
It's
this
pretty
is too
twisted.
much?
It's pretty
Yeah,
twisted.
no, it's really more off of that.
Jeffrey dude.
Yeah.
The Jeffrey dude.
You feel me? I watched it, bro.
I ain't know who he was either for real.
I watched it, but I ain't really. When I started hearing the shit that he was on, I'm like,
Eating people.
I'm just saying, bro.
And that was in the Midwest, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that
his,
I
his
just
first,
learned.
his first victim was like in Ohio.
Ohio.
bro.
Yep.
Yep, and he was in Milwaukee, right?
like that.
He was mainly in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, bro.
Hell no.
Man.
Absolutely
Get Giannis on him.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, Giannis, he
Have
funny,
Giannis
bro.
beat him up.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I don't know how y'all
Giannis
could
on
have
him.
interpreted that.
He might have got, bro. The way Jeffrey was.
No, we
moving.
need Draymond.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like, nah.
he was playing it crazy for sure.
Not at all, bro.
But nah, like I did hear about, the stories and also the
What's the most heinous things he did besides eat people?
that's
What you
pretty
mean
bad,
besides?
Bro. That's
Bro,
pretty
he
bad,
was,
bro.
he was literally like,
Can't
What-
get around that one, bro.
no, he was keeping.
How
he
many
was
more
keep-
notches can
he
you
was
Is
go?
there
keeping
more that
like
I'm missing?
He was
Have
keeping
you
like
seen
whole
it?
skeletons, bro.
You haven't seen it.
I
He was
haven't
having
anything
sex
about
with
him.
the
All right.
with dead bodies.
Here's why.
Skeletons.
Here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to do it, but I stopped after the first episode because I was like, yeah, on this, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Like it was not so bad, and Netflix ain't make it all, drama, all gross and whatever. But I'm just like, okay, this is based off of some real stuff. There's only so much of this I can consume, bro.
Is that the diff? Because you're into horror.
I am, but that one
because it's a real
needs to
life
be
situation.
fake.
Real,
They
yeah.
can't be real, bro. Especially
Bro,
for his situation
Some of these
too.
horror movies be real, like people getting possessed.
Texas
and like,
Chainsaw Massacre.
Real?
I've never seen any of them. So.
Yeah, that's real. That's based on the
Texas?
real- Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based on the real
Yeah,
story.
yeah, it was based on
Yeah.
that.
See, and I was absolutely
It might just be the
terrified.
more you know, bro.
Amityville Horror.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like, it's just like some stuff you watch that. Yes, though I am into kind of the spooky stuff. There's a limit, bro.
Yeah.
So you just be like, all right, there's only so much of this I need to have in my mind and my
That's
spirit.
fair.
You
Yeah.
feel me? And that after that first episode of that, I was like, yeah, I'm straight off this.
Plus, I feel like it's been so many like documentaries and so many things like related to Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man.
people have heard all this stuff that he's done. Honestly, I've like read like I feel like it was around the time the special came out, but I was like on Wikipedia like reading some stuff. I was just like, bro, like this.
Some heinous activity.
It was some twisted stuff.
How do you feel about the fact that it's like, I guess, Netflix's second biggest show,
like in the world?
And what was like, I mean, look at like Squid Games. That was one of the most successful too. People.
True.
That was kind of twisted too.
People love that, bro.
That's fake, so I can kind of get with that one.
No, facts.
I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, it's definitely different
fiction.
in that case.
Jeffrey was getting people that look like us. I can't get with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro.
Us. See, y'all leaving stuff out. See, he eats people. What
Skin
else?
folk.
Yeah, no, he was
Y'all
he was
just say
definitely.
it was.
He liked the. Ooh, I ain't gonna say that. Nah, that would be a clip. Like,
He was going after minorities for sure, bro.
Wow.
And he was, bro.
that would have got me in trouble.
Now I hate him more. Hate him the mostest now.
Man.
He was definitely on some different type of time. I'd say that. But what can possess a person to want to eat another person?
I don't know, bro.
Like-
And there was like what I read, like even of his background and stuff about his just like at a young age having a fascination.
Oh, you read?
Oh yeah, bro. It was.
I'd rather read it than watch it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know.
I'm not want to see them things
I
take
need
place.
more.
Oof.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was just saying he had a fascination. He used to ask like his dad about like just like anatomy questions and
Yeah.
about like the body and certain things. And that's how I'd be starting. He was starting with little animals and stuff, and he became fascinated with humans. It was just going crazy, bro. Like that was too much. And even just the way he was breaking down bodies and throwing them in the trash, I was like,
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
and it was just account after account after account. Like I was like, wow, bro.
And I also think like it's just such like a tragic part of it too, because at least in that first episode, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it. Watch it if you want to, but there is.
I mean, it's number 2.
Exactly. You know about it.
Like,
exactly.
The majority, if not all of our listeners, at least got to episode 1 probably.
Yeah, and in that episode, like it's his neighbor that's like, "Hey,
Man,
there is something going on here, but they not listening."
That was a big
And I'm
part of
like,
it too. That they
Yeah,
were
bro.
doing a lot of calls. People were like police officers were like, we don't know.
I can't get with that, bro.
That's
just-
even worse.
just a lie.
That's add fuel to the fire, bro.
Exactly.
You'd be like, no way.
But kind of speaking of, I guess, anatomy, I came across something on the internet that let's just say it's a wild ride, and I'm just gonna read it, so y'all just bear with me. So essentially, this it was on our relationships on Reddit.
On Reddit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read it. My husband of 12 years has had some medical problems recently, and the topic about end-of-life plans have come up.
oof.
I asked him if he wanted to be buried. He didn't want that, and he also did not want to be cremated. Instead, he wants to have his skull taken from his body and cleaned. Then he wants the skull put on the mantelpiece in the living room, and the rest of his body he wants to be sent to one of those places that makes the gems out of bodies, and then he wants like the rest of himself to be made into 2 blue diamonds. He then wants those gems to be put into the eye socket of the skull to look like eyes. And then his reasoning is that it's so he can watch the family home and be passed down through the generations.
First of all, buddy, you're asking too much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
So
The funeral's next week.
I'm just saying, like, if you know your significant other is reaching, the end of what you may think of, their life X, Y, and Z, and they hit you with something like this.
I'm lying. Yeah, I got you.
Oh no!
I've been like,
They gonna call you.
Yo, facts.
I'm sitting there writing down notes. Okay, blue gems. Okay,
No
all right,
way.
on the mantle. Yep. All right, cool.
Oh my god!
For real,
Check.
to be honest, I'm gonna do whatever they ask me to do. And I ain't gonna put I'm not gonna put it in my vision. Like I'll do it, put it in my household. I'm not keeping that demonistic stuff in here, but I will do it for you, and I can give it to one of your family members on
Like,
your
that's
side.
against my religion.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
we-
your mom can have it if she wants it.
I'm saying this is your to have and to hold.
I just feel like this
I
feels
don't
some
wanna
Courage
hold
the
it.
Cowardly Dog, bro.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo shit.
it's like this can't be real, bro.
Skull gonna reanimate, bro. Talking about put me
Start
back in the
talking.
living room.
Ooh,
Like,
Don't let you bring another significant other in that living room.
absolutely not, bro.
That's what he
don't
really
you see
wanted,
my skull right here?
intimidation.
I'm looking right
Exactly.
here.
I'm always watching.
Then I just feel like you just having that presence in the household, like
No.
I don't support it.
And also,
respectfully, no.
have y'all ever seen Hereditary? By
Absolutely
chance?
not.
Anyone? No. Okay. Then I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. If you know, you know. I'll just do that.
Did it say anything other than just a request, like an article? Like, cause
No, that's it.
I guess you said it was on Reddit.
Yeah. So I hope this isn't, necessarily true, but if it is, hey,
That's wild.
I know they was probably
That's
tearing
a
them
hell
up.
of a
They was
request.
probably tearing them up in the replies.
why would you do this?
Exactly, bro.
I don't know, man. That's some next level.
That is really spooky, actually. Yeah.
Bury me.
And I think it's also a great way to go ahead and wrap this episode up.
I'm right.
So we do appreciate everyone coming out today. I guess not coming out, but turning us on.
Yeah.
Whether you're listening or watching. Of course, shout out to our guest today.
Yeah, man.
We'll give him a chance to shout out everything that he's been working on. Take a glance or, a full watch of the other content that we have with him, the interview, talking about the brand and things of that nature. But yeah, as always, we had a great time. I hope you had a great time listening as well. And this is Benjamin signing out.
Yeah,
You can go ahead.
Promote yourself, do you?
Hey, man. Hey. Again, follow me on Instagram, _bossman Trey. Our pressure page, _pressure one clothing. Damn.
And if it's wrong, we'll correct it later.
Yeah, we'll
That's
fix
right.
it.
That's right. I think that's right. Twitter, _one pressure. And then also my personal Twitter, _bossman Trey. Yeah, man. And tap in on our website, www.brandnewlead.com.
Everything.
We coming with that heat fall winter collection. We got part 2 dropping real soon. So yeah.
That fire.
March in the building. Appreciate y'all tuning in this one. And tune in next week for whatever we talk about then. See y'all.
Facts. Wavy J, man, signing out. Glad y'all was here.
Z Breeze signing out. Glad to have this episode. Remember, pressure can make a diamond. So, hey,
Amen.
stay true to yourself. Hey, we trying to see a whole bunch of diamonds out here. And hopefully not in no skulls, though.
Not in no
No,
skulls,
not in no skulls.
Yep. But until next time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yo.